Black, y'all.
Wait, is it actually recording? I told myself that I was gonna make a video because I have like the entire day off, and that hasn't happened in quite some time, and I feel inspired to kind of do something. I'm not sure what. I don't really know what. I don't want it to be obligatory, and I don't want it to be stereotypical. I don't know, kind of like that, like, oh, new year, new me kind of video, because like, it's fucking dumb. I really never understood that new year, new me, what's up? Hit up my phone and like do shit. Because like when you think about it, it's nice to give yourself a starting over point, or like a day in which you can start over. But when you think about yesterday compared to whatever special day you had in front of you to kind of redo yourself, it's the same goddamn day. My hair's a mess. I'm gonna speak while I'm gonna do my hair. And that's not to say that like people aren't allowed to set a day in order to make themselves feel good or to make themselves feel better. But I mean, like, I think it's important to recognize that you can pretty much set whatever day you want to be that starting over point. It doesn't have to be New Year's, and it doesn't have to be Christmas, and it doesn't have to be like Arbor Day for you to be able to get off and you know, do something, you know, that Kendrick Lamar line, you know, like,
Shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass, nigga.
so like, I really kind of hate these kind of like, I'm gonna do this year, or I'm gonna do that this year. But I can say for myself that I finally have come into a normal headspace for me to be able to create again, and that's something that I don't take lightly. For the past like year and a half, I've been like bad, not good. My past year and a half has been pretty shitty, and a lot of my mental health and a lot of my stresses in life have really been able to come and knock the shit out of me so many times in 2017 that I got very discouraged and very unhappy and very stressed and very kind of into my own head. But kind of looking like January is that starting over point. So I'm kind of contradicting myself when I'm saying like, new year, new me, it's for the birds. It's bullshit, man. It's stupid. But in the same token, I'm kind of viewing January as that starting over point. And I have a day off in which I'm able to make a video and I'm able to do a thing. And that's kind of cool, and that's worth mentioning, maybe. Let's be real. I mean, like, New Year's resolutions are good. It's always great to have a kind of starting off point, because I guess when you're restarting, you have to start somewhere. It's not like you can just like, you know, just like drop yourself into a thing and be like, oh shit, I could just pick this up and run with it. For a lot of other individuals, you know, I would be very foolish into saying that there's a way for us to just jump into a thing and just go right ahead and do it. I mean, there's so much mental preparation that goes into everything that we do, whether it's going out and networking at an event, whether it's picking up a pen and wanting to scribble something down and make something new, or starting a video, coming up with there's planning that goes along with it. As much as I want to say that New Year's resolutions are kind of hokey and kind of empty and baseless, they're really not. I think that I say that because I always get mad at myself. I keep recognizing that by me not doing something when I say that I'm going to do something, that my procrastination and not pursuing that can happen at any point in time. That's why it's like, why does it have to be January 1st? If I don't complete my project, or if I don't start and keep up with my project by January 12th, then it doesn't really matter if it was January 1st, or if it was September 12th, or if it was October 9th. I'm just not doing it. So my January 1st should be every day, or any day that I set it. And I shouldn't have to keep this like globally recognized day as a restart point. And I still believe that. However, it is nice to kind of have a tentative day to kind of restart and to get that new vigor and hope and drive to start off whatever you want to do. That should be afforded over to anybody. I really shouldn't talk shit on people trying to progress themselves, or I shouldn't be talking shit on myself for trying to progress myself. It really is just like, getting off your ass and doing something and doing it well. Now, if you're able to keep up with it, that's fantastic. If you lapse and you don't do the thing, I mean, that's perfectly fine as well. As long as you're staying cognizant of what you're doing and making sure that you're at least making efforts to do a thing, still progress. I don't know. I really don't, because I wish that there was a way for me to just say, I don't know, whatever inspirational people say. And that's another thing too, is that it's always good to have motivation. It's always good to be able to have people say get up and do the thing. But the adverse effect of that happens to people within the mental health community and those that suffer from negative tendencies in the mindset, we're not always afforded over that if you fall down twice you get up 3 times, because after that second time that we fall down, we don't get up for a while. And that's why procrastination happens, and that's why our projects that we want to have started up and get the giddy up in order to pursue it just kind of falls by the wayside, and we kind of just get into a funk. I mean, I do know for myself, when I had stepped away from Babe Talk for a little bit, I felt completely guilty. I was bouncing from me being mad at myself for not doing Babe Talk, me being mad at myself for not having a stable job, me not being able to do what I want to do, and having all the rest of the stressors in my life just providing a roadblock. I needed to have my base work of stability set before I could pursue any other personal project, whether it's a hobby, whether it's blah 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 blah. And now I'm there again. I'm finally able to pick my head up and say I have my base down. I have money for food, rent, utility, and whatever else. But while I was in that transitional period of trying to get my shit together, it wasn't there. It wasn't there whatsoever. And that's why now I'm making a video again and taking time out to edit and taking time out to curate and to actually piece together a thing. It's slow progress. And I'm happy for that. And I think that's where everyone needs to be able to forgive themselves in order to do what you want to do. It's the influencers. It's those individuals that you will see on a high key level saying, you don't have an excuse to not do something. Go out and do it. And that's dangerous because we need other individuals that are just do it on your own time. Find out who you are. Find out who you are. Be able to do what you want to do because you're able to do it. Not everyone has the same mindset. To be able to put out cookie cutter kind of quotes and say the only thing stopping you from doing something is you. That puts a lot of negative connotivity on yourself, because then you're thinking, am I not strong enough? Am I not mentally prepared enough to be able to do what I want to do? You absolutely are, and you can do whatever you want, but always remember, you have to do you on your terms. If it takes you a few weeks in order to complete a project, if it takes you a few weeks to start a project, if it takes you a few months to even think about starting a project, take that time. Be forgiving to yourself. It took me about 1.5 years until I was able to think about doing something. That was the last video that I made. I mean, I made smaller videos and streams, but I haven't made an actual video. I haven't taped a podcast episode in months, and I love doing it. I love talking to people. I love getting to know people. I love doing these videos. They're fun, and it's just an outlet. But it took me 1.5 years for me to be able to get back to this point. And so if you view New Year's to be your kind of new starting off point, then hey, that's fantastic. If you view it to be January 17th and you want to go ahead and do that, that's fantastic. If you need to wait until March in order to do your own projects, do it. I think the main point of this video is that I hate New Year's resolutions because it puts a lot of pressure to do something, to change yourself, and change can happen at any point in time. And as long as you're able to find out when that time, what the fuck are they? If you're able to find out what point in time that is for you, don't just have it on January 1st. Do it whenever you feel comfortable. Don't feel the pressure of everybody else wanting to start off a new chapter in their life. Do everything on your own terms. But make sure that you're doing it for you, and make sure that you're comfortable while doing it, and make sure that you're able to forgive yourself when you're not able to do so. It takes a lot for us to be able to forgive ourselves, and even to come to a point in which we're able to think about forgiving ourselves. And I'll say this until the day that I die: you're the only you that you got, so you got to treat yourself in the best way possible. We all don't do it sometimes, but there does come a point in which you gotta have a conversation with you and your body, and you need to be like, I am sorry, but to show how apologetic I am, let's get some shit done. Anyway, I don't have much more to offer from this video. Maybe this might be a regular thing again. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. Do you know? If you know, if you know, then let me know. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back.